State, Michigan. One thing's for sure about the fan base for Ohio State and Michigan, very passionate. Here's Danielle Dwyer.
Dan, that's right. I've seen plenty of passionate fans right now. I'm definitely in Michigan territory still. I've seen fans with face paint on, others hitting cowbells. They're going crazy here. But there's one fan who it all started with a cape and a bandana, and now it's turned into a group of 15 superfans. This is Jeff Holzhausen, a 43-year-old father of two who lives in Chelsea, Michigan, and has a very impressive Michigan man cave.
They all have a spot in my heart, and they'll all have a spot in my basement.
It's a love that stemmed from his family, and one that has left him with fond memories of his childhood.
Some of my first memories were going to Michigan football games and waking up to Bob Ufer and the sounds of Bob Ufer echoing through my house on Saturday mornings. And, for my dad, I remember my dad pointing to the east, pointing to Ann Arbor and saying, "Son, one of the greatest universities in the world is right down the street. It's in your own backyard. Why would you want to go anywhere else?"
His love is so strong, he hasn't missed a home game since the early 80s.
Football's a religion. Saturday's a holy day obligation. If that game's in Ann Arbor, my rear end's going to be at Michigan Stadium.
But what sets this Wolverine fan apart from the nearly 110,000 fans that fill the big house on game day? Holzhausen was dubbed the original Michigan Superfan, or Superfan 1, as they call him. It all started in 1992 during his freshman year at Michigan. He says he went to the game wearing a flag like a cape around his neck and a bandana around his head. The cheerleaders called him Superfan, and it stuck. And it's something he didn't see growing the way it did.
I believe in the stands, you can have an even bigger impact than even the cheerleaders can on the field. I believe people will cheer along with you. I never thought Superfan would catch on the way it did. If I knew that, I would have come up with a more creative name.
As his recognition with the Maize and Blue grew, so did the Superfan persona. Now he has a group of 15 superfans, a website, and a blog.
The blog just came about really from just everybody after the games wanting to know my take. So it started off as it kind of went from a group email to a blog, and that's how it grew. And now we're on Superfan 15.
Holzhausen says students have to audition for 3 years in front of the Maze Rage Student Spirit section. They have to lead the cheers correctly and then give a speech saying why they deserve to be a superfan. And then the student section votes on a winner. Something that is serious business.
What sticks out to me the most is how seriously they take it.
And it's a bond between fans that has turned into so much more.
We're really lucky. It's almost like we've established a little fraternity onto ourselves. There's been guys that, we're all at each other's weddings. We're all together, and now it's also a link between the future and the past. It's getting to the point I'm almost 20 years outside of my degree, getting my degree, and it's my way of also touching back to campus now.
And the sense of family spans beyond the Superfan group.
I hope whether it's somebody who plays football, whether it's a student walking down the street, whether it's another kid from Chelsea, whether it's a kid maybe I'm mentoring out in California, I hope they understand Michigan's a special place, and the spirit of Michigan is going to bind us forever, and you're going to be part of the Wolverine family, and we're always happy to give back to the family.
Michigan fan. Now, he is an actual fireman. This is his fire hat here. It looks like I could join Jeff in his Superfan group cheering on the Michigan Wolverines today, but that's just the tip of the iceberg for Jeff and the rest of that Superfan group. I have a great tradition that you won't want to miss coming up later in the show, but back to you guys.
All right, thanks, Danielle. Earlier